serious melodic shit going on here that is so unique and so poetic.
His concept of being free and not being bound by any rules, yet but still being smart enough to know all the rules, so he can really be breaking something to really be free, because you can't like be free unless you're breaking free of something. And you know, he's like he is at such a high level of sophistication with his understanding of all types of music, and for him to like to know all that and then just let it all go and to just blow his way into the stratosphere, you know, is makes me happy.
I've actually been trying to learn from his philosophy my whole life, which is this harmonics philosophy.
What we appreciate about living is because we are all turning to each other. And it makes living much more better to believe and to do.
It's a philosophy about how to play music in a way that's not just technical or about your ego. It has some. It's moving beyond and transcending the regular musical boundaries.
Ornette's life is a life of eclecticism and experimentation and working within certain bounds, but then utterly rejecting bounds and rejecting conformity and rejecting expectations. And for all of those reasons, he is a hero of mine and a role model.
He sets a scene where you can't do, nobody seems to do what they would normally do. So they have to come up with something else. He's a really fiercely independent voice, and he blazed such an independent trail in jazz and in contemporary music.
Ornette plays in all keys. It's like he talks about all languages, but to him, a key is a color. And he's one of the first people that has really dealt with this phenomenon that a key has a color.
Being on stage with him is like one of those epiphanal moments. Like you have these moments in life that are real peak moments, right? So just now, playing on stage with Ornette is one of the greatest moments in my life. To me, the only way to be is to walk the road and walk in life. He totally did it. I mean, and the fact that he's an incredibly successful artist doing what he did, you know, is a tremendous thing.
Someone like him did inspire me to go from the way I was recording my albums and to try new combinations, new people going together, experimenting.
You know, I was supposed to do a duet with Ornette, but I couldn't find any place that I can put even one note because it was so fantastic. So I was in awe, like I was just, okay, I'm just standing, you know.
What makes Ornette special is that he doesn't know. He doesn't pretend to know. He's always looking, he's always in research, he's always trying to move forward.
If it wasn't for sound, there wouldn't be no words. Sound is words. They just describe itself in different forms.
I didn't hear it as jazz. I just heard it as a fucking tornado, you know, with a lot of information going on in it, but it was so well constructed, so well organized that I just couldn't help but want to dive in. And to me, you know, it related, I think, to the rock spirit that I have.
And what is greater than sound? And what is greater than joy?
The greatest thing that I think anyone that plays with him, no matter how great they are or how not great they are, is to let themselves be open enough to let that voice flow through them so they can talk with him, you know?
Ornette, I think his music can be, yes, true, it's free music, but it's peace music. That's how connect with the master musicians of Jijuka, and we have this connection of music. This is over 38 years ago when he comes to Morocco to record with my father, and was a magic time. And that magic is continuing to have one explosion between us and Ornette Colman music.
So why did you play music and not, you know, write a book or, you know, build a building or?
Well, I tell you,
why music?
I still don't like music. It's something that I learned to do when I was growing up with my mother, and I wanted to sure I could, since my father died, I could take care of him. So I went out and started doing stuff, and then when I found a song and found out I could play something and someone would like it, and I done that, and I was able to bring money in the house and
a lot of people thought he was sort of strange, and I thought he was sort of strange at first, you know, but I love strange things. My husband at the time, Paul Blay, heard him and said he had a sort of like a Paul on the road to Damascus. He was just smitten by Ornette, and he said, "This is it, man. This is it now." And he fired his band.
I left Detroit because I was playing on the band. I was playing with the band.
James Van Over was a natural blues player to begin with. Plus, the way he plays guitar was harmonics, and so him and Ornette Colman were the perfect match.
I had to get out of Detroit. I left while the gig was going on. And I was finding Colman. Since I found Colman, I ain't had to find look for it. Motherfuckers ever since.
He felt that he had something in him
that he knew that music could go beyond the boundaries of what was set. And the fact that he's been able to take it to this point and even further has made it so that others now can look forward to do whatever they need to do to make themselves as individuals happy. I mean, look at the people who have come out to see Ornette. They're not just, jazz musicians, some of the biggest rock stars in the world.
Such a beautiful man, and such an important musician, and such a contributor to the culture, and such an example of what a human being is capable of doing.
The only way to do something different is to really find who you are, find out who you are, and be that thing in your medium. That's it. Everything else is smoke and mirrors and
There's only two forces that nobody can control. One is death and another is life.
Ornette is a person that has brought something to this world that was not here before he came. And when he leaves, he will leave it with us.